Hello, my people. Welcome back to Gist Steph, your number one channel for hot and trending gist across the country. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, do well to hit the subscribe button for more gist and also like and share. Now let's get into today's wahala because this one is shaking Nollywood. Small. The streets are hot with one question and one question only. Why Maurice always finds his way back to Sonia like a homing pigeon, no matter how far he flies. People have tried. Replacements have come and gone. New faces, new accents, new energy. But somehow Sonia remains the blueprint nobody has been able to overwrite. Fans are saying it's not even about romance again. It's presence, it's history, it's chemistry you can't manufacture with casting calls and TikTok trends. According to gist flying around, Sonia isn't trying to compete with anybody. She's just being Sonia, calm, controlled, and painfully clear about boundaries. And then boom, the alleged onset moment that has everybody clutching their popcorn. What is that Sonia pulled Maurice aside between takes and told him straight to fix whatever issues he has with her and stop dragging her into unnecessary drama. No shouting, no tears, no performance for the cameras. Just a firm grown woman message delivered with ice cold composure. The kind of calm that makes men sweat more than shouting ever could. What made it even crazier is that this allegedly happened in full view of other actors waiting for their scenes. Everybody suddenly found something interesting on their phones. People adjusting costumes that didn't need adjusting because the tension was loud even without raised voicing. Sources say Maurice didn't argue, didn't interrupt, didn't try to explain himself. He just listened. And fans are saying that silence spoke volumes. Some people online are like, this is the first time they've seen him truly humbled. Others are saying that was the exact moment he realized Sonia is not to be played with. Of course, the internet never agrees on anything, so reactions are split. Some fans are cheering Sonia on, calling her a queen for setting boundaries publicly since the mess has been public anyway. Others are saying she should have handled it privately and not in front of colleagues. But one thing almost everybody agrees on is that she looks fed up, not heartbroken, not desperate, just tired of the nonsense. Now let's talk about the so-called December wedding that shook the internet for exactly 5 minutes and then vanished into thin air. A date was announced, blogs were buzzing, tea was pouring, and then the day came and went like any regular Tuesday. No photos, no videos, no confirmation, no after party gist, nothing. Fans woke up confused and went to bed even more confused. Some people are joking that the wedding entered spirit realm. Others are saying it was all pressure content that collapsed under reality. Whatever the truth is, that mystery only added fuel to the already burning fire. Fans have also been dragging the topic of replacements and why none of them worked. Names are being mentioned, comparisons are flying, and the general consensus from the fan base is that you can't replace history with hype. There is saying some tried too hard, some felt forced, some never connected with the audience, and some were simply caught in the crossfire of an already complicated situation. Meanwhile, Sonia stayed consistent, unbothered on the surface, letting actions speak louder than curated couple posts. What's even more interesting is how Sonia and Maurice, without planning it, built one of Nollywood's strongest and loudest fan bases. These fans don't play. They analyze body language, hype stems, silence, and deleted posts like it's FBI training. Some are saying this saga should be studied because it shows how authenticity, even messy authenticity, can build loyalty that PR relationships can't come by. You'll see comments like, Sonia is not loud, but she's powerful. Maurice knows where home is. No actress has matched that chemistry. And this is why he always circles back. So as the dust settles and the gist keeps unfolding, one thing is clear. This is no longer just about love. It's business, image, boundaries, and a fan base that refuses to let go. Whether they end up together or not, the impact is already cemented. And trust me, my people, this story is far from over. Stay locked in because the next episode might drop when we least expect it. All right, my people, let's continue because this gist still has plenty fuel and the fire never even starts properly. If you thought the earlier part was hot, relax. This next part is where things get really messy, emotional, strategic, and honestly very Nollywood coded. After that alleged on-set confrontation, the atmosphere around every project involving both Sonia and Maurice reportedly changed. People started moving differently. Crew members became extra careful with who they stood beside. Assistants started passing messages instead of speaking directly. Even greetings were allegedly awkward. You know that kind of silence that is louder than noise. That's what insiders say filled the space. Fans picked it up almost immediately because suddenly there were no behind the scenes clips of them laughing together. No casual eye contact caught on camera. No playful banter that used to make people scream, couple goal. And cold turkey and the internet noticed. Fans started reading meaning into everything. Sonia posts a calm photo. Fans say she's healed and focused. Maurice posts a random quote about growth. Fans say he's regretting his life choices. Pearl posts a smiling selfie. Fans say she's trying to look unbothered. Auntie P stays quiet for a while. Fans say she's been warned. Nobody could post anything without the comment section turning into a courtroom. Some fans even joked that posting online had become a risk because whatever you post will be used as evidence against you in the court of public opinion. What shocked people the most was Sonia's composure. This is someone people expected to react emotionally, drag people online, or at least drop shady captions. Instead, she went into what fans now call professional move. No TikTok drama, no subliminal shots, no interviews, no explanations. Just work, brand appearances, calm energy, and silence. And somehow that silence screamed louder than any rant ever could. Fans started saying this is how you handle chaos when you've outgrown the mess. Others said she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Meanwhile, Maurice's every move became magnified. People started saying he looked tired, distracted, even lost. Some fans claimed he seemed different on set, less playful, more withdrawn. Whether that's true or just projection, nobody knows, but perception became reality online. The narrative quickly shifted from who is he dating to why does he always look like he's carrying unfinished business. And guess who that unfinished business was linked to every single time? Sonia. Then the replacement conversation came back louder. People started revisiting old clips, old pairings, old collaborations. Fans began dissecting why none of the other actresses stopped. They said some connections felt forced. Some looked like rebounds, dressed up as relationships. And some simply lacked depth. According to fans, Sonia wasn't just a partner. She was part of the brand. She understood the rhythm, the timing, the energy, the balance between public and private. You don't replace that with vibes and trending sounds. The strongest reactions came from fans who felt protective of Sonia. They flooded comment sections with things like leave her alone. She deserves peace. Stop dragging her name and let her move forward. Others took a harsher approach, accusing Maurice of always realizing Sonia's value only when she pulls away. That narrative caught fire fast. People started saying he doesn't like losing control, and Sonia taking control of her space shook him deeply. Then there were the fans on the other side who felt Sonia's public confrontation was too much. They argued that pulling someone aside in front of colleagues, no matter how calm, still sends a message. They felt it could have been done privately. But even those critics admitted that the message itself wasn't wrong. They just questioned the location, not the content. And that's the funny thing. Even the people who disagreed with her approach still respected her clarity. As for Auntie P, the internet practically wrote a redemption arc for her, whether she asks for it or not. Fans started saying she finally understands that this is business, not love. That mixing emotions with career can be dangerous. That public perception can make or break opportunities. People began framing her silence as maturity instead of defeat. Some even said she dodged a bullet by stepping back from the chaos. Others were less forgiving and accused her of knowingly walking into a complicated situation. Either way, her role in the story shifted from main character to supporting cast almost overnight. The December wedding mystery continued to haunt the conversation like an unanswered question. Fans kept asking why announce something so big and then let it evaporate. Some theories said it was a test run that failed. Others said it was pressure from fans and family that didn't align with reality. A few conspiracy-minded fans even said it was never real, just a distraction tactic. Whatever the truth, that missing wedding became symbolic of confusion, unfinished stories, and decisions made too fast. What really cemented this saga as legendary was the fan base. People from different fandoms found common ground in analyzing this situation. Some fans admitted they didn't even follow Nollywood closely before, but got pulled in by the drama, the personalities, and the emotional layers. Fan pages popped up overnight. Old interviews resurfaced. Screenshots from years ago were suddenly relevant again. It became less about gossip and more about narrative. People felt invested. And through it all, Sonia's image transformed. She went from being seen as just part of a couple to being viewed as a woman who knows her worth and refuses to be dragged into chaos. Brands started engaging her more. Interviews focused on her work, not her personal life. Fans noticed the shift and applauded it. They said this is what happens when you stop fighting for validation and start standing in your... Maurice, on the other hand, became the subject of endless debates. Is he misunderstood? Is he immature? Is he trapped by public expectations? Is he afraid of stability? Everyone had a theory. Some defended him fiercely, saying he's human and allowed to make mistakes. Others were less kind, saying he thrives on attention and chaos. But even his defenders couldn't deny one thing. Sonia remains a soft spot. People started saying that no matter who he's linked with, the conversation always circles back to Sonia. That's not something you can manufacture. That's impact. That's imprint. That's a connection that left a mark. Fans joke that even if he gets married someday, Sonia's name will still trend in the comment section. Harsh, but that's how deep the narrative has gone. As weeks passed, the drama slowed but never fully disappeared. Every new project announcement reignited discussions. Every interview snippet sparked analysis. Every unfollow, follow, or like became a headline. It reached a point where fans started asking if these people could ever move on peacefully under this level of scrutiny. Some even called for the fan base to relax and allow healing. But you know the internet. It never forgets, and it never lets go easily. At the heart of it all is a simple truth that fans keep repeating. You can replace faces, but you can't replace history. You can move on publicly, but privately, some chapters never fully close. Sonia and Maurice may never return to what they once were, but the imprint of what they created together is permanent. And that's why this gist refuses to die. So as we watch from the sidelines, popcorn in hand, one thing is certain. This story will keep evolving. New angles will emerge. New characters may enter, but the foundation has already been laid.